Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Extinction Explorer Notes. Today we are going to cover, well, more notes. We're going to cover the notes that are located roughly here on the map. And we're starting at these coordinates, roughly, in, this location. So this is what our surroundings look like. We have this sort of sulfur hot spring kind of looking area. Looks pretty toxic. You can see the city is there. The gate is over there. And below us, we have this metal structure. And it's inside this metal structure that we will find the first note. So just enter it from the top. And then in one of the corners, this corner right here, we will find our first note. That is the left corner if you have the city behind you, or city next to you, sorry. If you have the city on your left, it's the left corner. This is Santiago number 17 at 71.7 by 31.5. Then we are moving to this location where we'll find this big tree, or two trees, kind of growing over here next to all of these hot springs. And if you angle yourself so that you're pointing basically towards the city in the background, but so that you have the smaller tree on the left of the big tree. If you then go down to the roots of the big tree, on the bottom of the big tree, you'll see that right here, next to some crystal, we find our next note, which is Santiago number 18 at 75.6 by 19.1. Then we're moving a little bit, so the tree is right behind us there, but at these coordinates right here, we'll find this structure. It's a big platform with kind of a tunnel going through it in the back there. But you also have this, which is a building, little building there. And if you go to the bottom of that building, so right here, you can see that in between these two little things, supports, we find our third note. The one who waits number 16 at 66.1 by 17.5. Then we are moving back up north to this location. So roughly these coordinates right here. If you look alongside the wall, this is the wall of the city. If you look alongside the wall, you should see that there is, well, first of all, a big gap. But next to that gap, there is kind of this fallen support right here. This thing kind of sticking out from the rest of the wall. You can see there isn't really anything else looking like it on either side. So this little metal thing right here. And if you just go left of that, go left on here, there's a bush in the way. But behind that bush, you find Santiago log number 19, 58.7 by 32.6. Then, if we move just a little bit further west from where we were at just now, to this location, at these coordinates, you should see that there is kind of this pathway leading down into kind of that crack that runs along the city. However, before you go down there, if you just look on the right side, so here's where it starts going down, just go around this little bit of rock right here. You'll see that there's actually a note just sitting right here alone. Santiago number 3 at 57.2 by 26.9. Then we are starting from the same area again, roughly, at these coordinates. You have that sort of ramp or like trail going down into the crack. And right in front of us, as you can see, we have this sort of metal pillar thing kind of right here. And if you look in the same direction that it's pointing, you look up there, you'll see that there's a plateau or a little platform that has a bunch of vines hanging down from it. What you want to do is that you want to get on top of that platform. This one right here. And once you get on top of it, above the roots, if you just look a little bit to the right, over here, we find the one who waits, number 28, at 54.2 by 30.5. Then for the next note, we will start in the same place again. So here are the coordinates in the map location. This time, however, you want to go down the trail that kind of goes down into the abyss over here. So get down on the trail. So this is the start of the trail, as you can see. What you want to do is just walk kind of further in. So we'll continue down. You should walk over this tech structure right here. And then if you continue just a little bit further, you get to this place where you get the option to go back up on the right. We just walked under this tech beam. And you can also walk straight forward and you'll see a skyscraper there as well. If you look left, however, you'll kind of see that there's a part of the wall right there, pretty close to us. And if you go to this wall, look next to it, and next to this big rock, we find Helena log number 7 at 54.9 by 32.7. And then for the final two notes, we will start in the same location again, at these coordinates right here. The two notes are both close and also very far apart, but it's the easiest to take them together. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go down just like we did on the previous note. So go down on this trail and then follow it so that you get deeper into the system here. Then you'll get to this section where we were earlier, where you can turn right, straight forward. You want to go straight forward like this. And after continuing a little bit, like that, you look right, you should see some tall trees. And if I use my Pteranodon, you can see there's kind of those flower pots or planters. Basically those square boxes that you see over there with grass on them. That's where you want to make your way to. So you want to make your way to this location. I'll just give the coordinates so that you know for sure that you're in the right place. So these coordinates right here. And then if you go to the middle of it, or actually it's not the middle, just forget what I said there. But if you go to this one, so not the first square, but the second square, you should also be faced with this sort of building ahead of you here, which has that kind of door. And you can see that right next to that door, you have a note. This is Helena note number 2 at 56.8 by 36.4. And then for the final note, you want to look up. And you can see there's a platform above us, so fly up to that. There's kind of this angle right here that you can kind of use to line yourself up if you want to. And once you get up to this level, if you look up again, you can see that there is another level above us. Not this circular thing with glass, but above that you can see there's a level. So if we go up this level as well, all the way up top, on the top here, once we land, you see there's a metal path running along the edge. If you just follow that path to the left until it ends, we find our final note of the day, which is a Santiago note, number 6, at 56.5 by 36.1. And that was the final note of the day. So if you found this one helpful, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.